Hey guys, what is going on? This is Mono Van here, and today I want to quick talk to you guys about Destiny and why I hate it, why almost every aspect of this game is shady, and why I despise all of it. Number 1, the story. So as you all know, the story was complete garbage. Not even the biggest fanboy could defend that aspect of the game. The story was just so lackluster and failed to intrigue me in a single way. There were about 5 or 6 cutscenes in the entire game, and half of them could have been simple dialogues while traveling to the objective. Like the 2 that took place on the moon outside of those 2 large doors. Not to mention the huge ordeal over a ruined storyline due to Activision. The fact that the story shaped up to be so interesting in the trailers, everything pre-release was just amazing, and how the release had little to no story. Just all of that, it just disgusts me. Number 2, lack of content. This game had so little content that it seemed almost pointless just after 3 or 4 weeks of playing. Sure, there was the raid, but in all reality, it was almost pointless. What, you would achieve a single higher level than the rest of the players? How would that even benefit you? You can take an extra shot or 2, they shot a little more damage just to the AI, and that means almost nothing. Not to mention the fact that all of those levels became completely pointless after the Dark Below launched. Aside from the raid, there's pretty much nothing to do but strikes and PvP. While PvP could certainly be entertaining, the strikes aren't. Sure, there's a weekly and nightfall, but I really don't feel like coming around just once every Tuesday or Wednesday to play, and that applies to the raid too. The only true challenge that proves to be consistent is PvP, which is not what I want to be doing in my primarily loot-based game. Number 3, RNG. So Destiny has RNG, or a random number generator system. This basically means that all of the loot, whether it be the decrypting process or the engram itself, is all random. In this game, nothing guarantees anything besides a few story items which are worthless anyway. Even something as simple and common as the Chatterwhite raid shader isn't guaranteed. Quite literally nothing useful is guaranteed through a drop. Everything is random. While this may not appear to be an issue in raids or strikes, it really hits hard in PvP. You could go 30-0 and get nothing, while your teammate who is going 1-14 could get an exotic item. This seems extremely unfair and is a terrible system. While this could most definitely work in a game with trading, this is yet another mechanic that this game is missing, and the RNG system just doesn't work because of it. Number 4, Xur, your favorite pal, always bringing you new goodies every single week. Everybody's excited to hop on Destiny every Friday to see what Xur is bringing up to the table next. Why would I hate this guy? Because he completely destroys the value of almost every exotic. Once Xur releases his newest item, it becomes worthless as everybody now has the option to get this weapon in exchange for strange coins, which are pretty easy to get. I once got a Mighty Multi-Tool. I bet you're not impressed since Xur has already sold it a few times. I actually got it from an engram, and I held my head high while wielding it, as it was a rare weapon at the time. But then, Xur sold it and I no longer had any reason to boast this weapon to my friends, as they all now had it too. See how Xur completely ruins any sense of accomplishment you have from achieving such an amazing weapon? Well, that's why he plays a factor in my hatred for Destiny. Number 5, repetition. While this relates to the lack of content, it is still a large issue on its own. Instead of pushing forward towards new goals and completing new tasks, you do the same thing over and over again, possibly on a harder difficulty. The missions do it, the strikes do it, and the raids do it. Even PvP is an offender in a way, although that could be said for most PvP games. I feel that Destiny manages to offend in a special way, as it literally has 3 modes. Of course, the 2 modes are 3v3, but they're just compact versions of already existing modes. The repetition really caught me off guard, as I was not expecting to be doing the literal same thing over and over again, especially not in a AAA $60 game. Alright guys, that's all I have for today, although I will be creating a part 2 that should be coming up in just a few days. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like or possibly subscribe. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.